Good morning, Mina. How you doing?
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. We've had a full week's action now. What's your view on it all? I think it's the most exciting tournament we've ever had.
Yeah, it's the most exciting tournament you've ever had. You're gonna have everyone has a biased view depending on how their team's doing. For me, it hasn't been the most exciting one because we haven't performed. But by we, I mean Italy. But otherwise, it's certainly been a goal fest. We've seen some great talent. We've seen youth emerge. We've seen goals and some predictability, some unpredictability, and Shevchenko.
And who's been the team that's impressed you the most so far?
Who's been the team that's impressed me the most? I'm going to say Croatia, because I genuinely believe that they were one of the weakest teams going in, and I walked out thinking, my God, their midfield is still very good. And they have every chance of qualifying, and I couldn't see that happening. Czech Republic have played better than I thought that they would. A lot of teams have played below expectations, in the sense that everyone thought Netherlands would do a little better than they have done. I thought Sweden would be much better. Ukraine were impressive against Sweden, but I'm now not sure whether it's just a case of Sweden have been so bad that everyone looks good when they play against them, or it's a case of Ukraine not being that bad, especially with Shevchenko up top. But if you saw that game against France, they were diabolical. So,
I mean, it's quite curious because we're quite hard on England. I didn't think they played very well last night, won the game. You've been quite hard on Italy because I actually thought Italy have done a lot better than what they are coming into the tournament. They'd lost their 3 games and they hadn't scored a goal. And I actually think against Spain, I thought Prandelli got it right with De Rossi as a sweeper, and Cassano played well. Priolo looks like one of the best playmakers in the tournament. So do you not think you're being just a little bit harsh? Because if they beat the Republic of Ireland, as long as it's not a high-scoring draw with Spain and Croatia, then they go through.
Listen, in my opinion, they play on Monday night. On Tuesday night, there'll be a headline that says "Match fixing Italy will dumped out by match fixing."
Come on.
Because
I mean, don't be silly. You can't match fix a 2-2 draw. No chance. And that you've got a lot of front, by the way. Someone like an Italian saying that there's going to be match fixing another game. Do me a favour. Is that deflection or what?
It's ironic, and it's not something that I think that they're going to go and strike a deal at. But I think that psychologically, when you know that you're only playing to a draw, you're both not going to go out there really wanting to win. No,
Mina, it has to be 2-2. It's not just a draw. The draw has to be 2-2. It's virtually impossible to engineer a 2-2 draw.
Of course it is. It's absolutely impossible.
Croatia's very good going forward. They are strong. They know how to impose their physical strength, and that really tends to terrify Spain. On the other side, their back line is rather not the best, as we've seen already. Their midfield doesn't know how to shore up the back line or provide any kind of guard. So it's possible for Spain to score 2. Now, both teams are capable of scoring 2, 3, 4, however many you want, yeah? And at the end of the day, if you are both on an equal level and you have managed 2 goals, then maybe not. Of course, you ask the Italians, what do they think that's going to happen? 50% think it will, 50% think it won't, yeah? So it's not like, everyone's out there...
They're drawing with themselves.
We are very aware of the fact that history always repeats itself.
Mina, because it's prevalent in Italy and everybody knows that match fixing has been going on, it doesn't mean to say that everybody else is going to be like that.
No, but it hasn't happened to Italy before, and I'm not saying to you that they're out there like signing documents to prove that they're only going to play to a 2-2. That's not at all what I'm saying. But it's also a psychological effect of knowing that you only need to get a 2-2. I know that 2-2 seems nothing, but these 2
Mina, if one of them's 2-0 ahead, they're not going to think, oh well, let's concede 2 to ensure it's 2-2. They're going to go and try and make it 3, or they're going to shut up shop.
So you're right. If one of them is 2-0 ahead, which is most likely will be Spain, yeah, then I don't think they're going to sit there going, okay, well now we've given up. You're right with that, and I think that with Spain will not want to compromise the integrity of their tournament and going forward by having that sort of.
They'd have to go 2-0 down.
But someone's going to have to go 1-0 up for it to get to 2-2.
Yeah, Spain would have to go 2-0 down or something.
Surely it couldn't.
Spain would have to go 2-0 down.
I think it's fantastic because if it does happen,
conspiracy.
That's
going to just kill the tournament.
Imagine the sense of injustice that the Italian nation will feel that they've gone out on a 2-2 draw. That would be funny.
I'm Italian, and I can so appreciate the irony of it if it does happen, 2004, and there's Trapattoni, who's still, even in the same group, he was our coach at the time in 2004, and, this happened when Denmark and Sweden got a 2-2. I appreciate the irony and probably the injustice. I'm hoping it won't happen. I believe that Spain will play to win, and so will Croatia. The difficult part is, will we be actually able to score over the Republic of Ireland? Because Trapattoni's not going to want to lie down and let us take it, so... That's
on that,
another thing.
on
Don't
that,
worry.
on that case, do you think that he'll leave Balotelli out and put Di Natale in? Because Prandelli seems to be having difficulty with actually getting Balotelli to do what he wants him to do.
I think people have been really harsh on Balotelli, and I'm not quite sure why. Di Natale, listen, Di Natale suffers from really bad knees.
Excellent.
Yeah, they inflate after games. He cannot train from Monday to Thursday when he plays for Udinese. He usually he trains the day before or on the day, and he's good to go. He's an old man, yeah, and his body reacts like a much older man. So he's not a player that can give you 90 minutes every 4 days. He's not going to be the man that starts for Italy because it's a bad idea. Balotelli is 21. I thought against Croatia, he got himself into excellent positions. He knows how to nick the ball. He knows how to go forward. He knows how to position himself when he's back in midfield. He does look nervous, and this is his debut in a European competition. So let's go easy on him.
Yeah, it was that moment against Spain where he was through on goal. He just kind of started thinking about something else. That was and then he got subbed immediately afterwards.
He nodded off a bit. Mina, what's coming up on your show tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning we're going to round up everything. It's a little bit like your show. We're going to round up everything that's happened over the last week, looking ahead to the last games, what we think is going to happen, what possible score lines will dump out the likes of Italy and Netherlands, and so on and so forth.
Let it go, Mina, let it go.
Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.